Hey everybody, did you ever forget your soap? Just like freaking leave it in there? Why, everything that was made when this soap was made has already been cut, cured, and was packaging today. Can the Essential Depot cutter hold up to this kind of pressure? Can it? I don't know. Let's find out. All right, so what Kim? What caused Kimberly to forget her own soap? What caused that? What did it? What was it that made Kimberly forget her soap? Huh? $20,000 worth of fencing. 20 freaking $1,000 worth of fencing. 10 foot tall. So I'm like on the Facebook and I just think, I should look for fencing. I want to get some goats, right? So I go fencing, and unknown by me, this man and his wife is at their last straw with their neighbor who keeps telling them they're going to buy this stuff but never brings them any money. And so they get out their Facebook app and they post it for sale for $1,200. $1,200. And Kimberly says fencing and sees these big, gigantic rolls of wire mounded up and these posts, these metal posts and stacks everywhere. And gates, big old gates. The gates are so big, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get them home. And what it was is some guy had a deer farm. I didn't even know they did that. And he sold a deer out of state, and the federal government, they come after his curly whirlies, let me tell you. And when he couldn't say what happened to that deer and they found out where it went, that was it. He was out of the deer business. And so this family, they go off and say, oh my goodness, look at all this fencing. Let's go pull it up. I don't know if the man charged them for it or just said have at it or what, but they spent weeks and months pulling all of these metal posts up and rolling up this wire and detaching everything. And what happens? It won't work with their property. Something about the dirt's too hard. I don't know. But I've got soft, black, wonderful dirt. And so I forgot my soap. I've been on the side of the road at times with flat tires on trailers. I've been out dragging these big old things and trying to get them up on my trailer. You got to go to my Facebook. You can see some of the pictures. I really did. And, I was the first one that called. So then they got totally and completely inundated with everybody else that wanted them. But, honey, I called my tractor guy. I called him up. I said, I'll be there in the morning. I said, can you hold it till then? He said, yes, ma'am. And you know what he did? He let me have it for $1,000 instead of $1,200. You know what I was thinking all the way there? I sure would like to give $1,000 for that fence. But there's so much fence in there, just seems disrespectful to ask. I gave him 12 $100 bills, and he handed me two of them back. Woohoo! And look at this soap. I just up and forgot it. I just totally forgot. Let's see if the Essential Depot cutter can cut it. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. I come in here and I saw that and I said, I'll tell you the truth. I really did say this. I walked right over here and I looked at that over there and I went, oh hell. So let's see it just fell out of the mold. I didn't even have to talk to it. I didn't have to entertain it. I didn't have to push it lightly. No palm of my hand. No snapping the mold away from it. Nothing. Look at that. Oh my freaking nose. That smells wonderful. Let me tell you what we put in it. You can see this on the last video. Well, looks like we put a whole ounce of English lavender fragrance from Essential Depot in there. And it looks like we put maybe a touch more than half of the jasmine fragrance, and looks like we're not having any problems with browning. And then, of all things, we toasted the lavender buds under the broiler unit to get them dried out so possibly they wouldn't give us trouble in the soap. And we even put a little bit of coconut in there because we've been toasting coconut and putting it in soap, and people think it's fabulous. But I'm going to tell you something, it does. I guarantee it'll catch on fire in a heartbeat if you don't watch out. So anyway, my employee did, by the way, burn the first cup. She set it on fire. I told her, I said, you can't look away for a minute. You got to sit right there in the chair, and you just got to open the door and shut it. Open the door and shut it. Just open the door and shut it. And have your spatula ready and your mitt ready to get it out of there and rotate it around and put it back in. And I looked around, and there was this wonderful burnt lavender smell everywhere. Smoke was the bellowing. She said, I was right here. I was right here, I promise. I just looked away for a minute. That's what happens. Ooh, it's pretty. I do declare that that's pretty. Look at that. Now you see your streak marks? You're going to get that whenever. Oh, by the way, it cut it. No problem. It was a challenge, and then I just forgot about it. Anyway, and so you could take your fingers. I don't normally get this much. Matter of fact, I never even worry about it with the coconut, but the toasted lavender buds has made a few scrape indentions where the wire goes through, and the color is gorgeous. You can actually see the coconut is yellowish when it's toasted, or goldeny yellow, and then these still have a good lavender color to them. Really looks nice. And it smells abso-freaking-lovely-less wonderful, gosh, awful flower. I'm laying in a bed of flowers, wonderful. I'm telling you, if you like a flower scent of jasmine and lavender, this is your best friend. I'm telling you, I like these. I mean, this is just some absolutely awesome stuff. And it's had time to notice. I don't think we're going to get any problem from the lavender. Matter of fact, the lavender seems to be looking prettier in the bar than the coconut. And I do believe that the lavender is not causing the as much as the coconut's causing that. And I do not know why, but now, I know why. I know why we're getting more of these. We're getting them because this soap is older. It's not as soft, and so therefore it's not giving at all with the the things in the soap, and it's causing that. That's what it is. I was like, why am I getting all that? Well, that's why I'm getting all that. I'm getting it because the soap is older. And so if the soap hadn't been just abandoned, well, then we wouldn't have had this problem. I'm telling you, those things are just absolutely gorgeous, and they smell heavenly beautiful. Here's a little piece of the side there. You can see, and there's the inside. That's sort of the outside edge. And they're just gorgeous. They're just gorgeous. Let's see if this one, watch this. Nope, it's going to make me pull it out of the basket first. Yep, see, just comes right out. Maybe we'll let it cure for a few days in the molds and then pull it out. It's not soft or Play-Doh-ish. It has a good texture to it, and I didn't have any trouble cutting. Let's do it again. Let me dust it off. We got toasted lavender on the tines. So let's see what we got going here. And look at this Essential Depot cutter. Just absolutely no challenge at all. And there she is, just as pretty as she be. And oh my freaking nose, it smells like absolute heaven. I'm telling you, the only thing that might make that even more entertaining is maybe just a drop of vanilla. But then we might end up with brown soap, so we won't do that. And we put pixie purple in here. I remember pixie purple. I have got to buy some of these things now. I was so distressed because the lady that I was going to buy mine from went out of business, and it's just, I tell you, it was just, I just get started, and boom, I'm taking this one home with me. You can't have it, don't ask. There we go. So these things are just gorgeous. I'm gonna have to take a picture of them. Pixie purple, pixie purple, pixie purple mica. So I'm just downright excited about those. Those are going to be a wonderful addition to our fragrance shelf. We've gotten a fragrance shelf. Yep. All right. Let's see if we had. I know you've been commenting. I thank you for coming to see me. Now, for any of those who wonder, I cut my hair myself. I did hear that the beauticians in Alabama had started opening up again, but I ain't never needed one since my daddy paid for me to go to beauty school when I was young, and I worked at a beauty shop for years, and I owned one for years, but then my feet started bothering me standing up all the time, so I quit that and started doing something else. And so, yeah, this is my doing. And I've let my natural color grow in. Steve says he wanted to give it for, he wanted to take my natural color for a spin. So let's see what kind of messages we got. Micas and more has many micas. Micas and more, all right? Oh, I like it. Uh, Thank you for the nice looking soap comment. Thank you for the what a beautiful soap comment. You're awesome. I was thinking of this soap you made this morning, wondering how it was when you cut it. I know. I wasn't even wondering about it at all. I walked right in here and went, oh hell, what have I done? Will it cut? Whoop, let's see. Uh, Oh, I don't believe the buds do scratch the skin. They feel good on the skin. The coconut is, in my opinion, more crispy like when it's toasted than the lavender is when it's toasted. The lavender, what we basically done is we got rid of some of the water content out of the, and you can feel them. They're still real soft. So if you would like a more scratchy feel, I would go with a heavier coconut blend or do coconut. But the lavender buds are really pretty, and they look like they're gonna feel real soft on the skin and not feel scratchy. Which in some soaps you want some scratchy, but in this one I think just the coconut is gonna have a scratchy feel. I lost my messages. Why, thank you. I got called cool. I forgot it too. And hi, everybody. Hi. And hi, Joan and Stephanie and everybody. I want to show you look, this is what we got in the soap cutter. So, see, that's the ones that sort of went down with they went down with the wire and scratched the soap, and I really think that's off of one wire. I really think that if we had have cut the soap at the appropriate time, there's a very good possibility that that wouldn't have happened. Oh, I forgot. I got to get the lavender buds off of here. I always end up with just a little bit of the Gigolo Joe left over. And I just sort of creamed it up and made a blob out of it. And I set it to curing. And then I forgot about it. And so I got to cut these bars for Steve. So there's just no ugly bars. I just took all the excess. I had more black than white left over. No, I do not know how this happens. And so anyway, so I got to cut that blob and take those home to Steve. All right. Well, The car saga goes on. They still hadn't got it running yet. My husband blew up two cars. I did buy him another one. He's happily in a paid off 2009 Chevy Malibu with the radio he hates and is plotting its removal. But it's all paid for. He's got his tag, his title, the insurance is all on it. And so he's back on four wheels again. It's got heated seats. He thinks he's in heaven. It was a friend of his had it for sale, and his mother had passed away, and it was his mother's car, so it's real low mileage. And we don't buy brand new stuff. We buy stuff that works and that we could pay off and not have any debt. We don't have any debt. We don't want any debt. We ain't getting no debt. Matter of fact, he told me when he blowed up that second one, he said, I'm going to go over here to this Chevy place and I'm going to put my name down on a $10,000 truck and get it. And I told him he could sleep in the truck if he did. He decided to come home without a truck. Then he tried it some more and I had a fit. I had an absolute cow. I said, we didn't work hard like this to get out of debt, to go over and start making love to the Chevrolet car salesman. I said, we ain't getting no debt. So sure enough, within a couple of weeks, we got him all situated. He's got his own car. And for those of you who are late coming to the party, what's wrong with you peoples? We cut it. It looks a little scratchy because it was older. I let it cure accidentally for like 5 or 6 days. You can look back when I did that video. I got home and there was $20,000 worth of fencing. Then ripped up off his other man's property, 10-foot fence. And I got it for $1,000, and I've lost all reason, memory. I hurt all over. I've been helping the men folk, you know. Anyway, so it cut, and we just been having some fun. All right. Ah, you're so sweet, April. It did the same thing. Maybe lavender buds are just more aggressive. I toasted these lavender buds to get some of the water out of them. If you want to see, it's the video right before this when I made the soap, and I toasted them because every time I'd put some kind of botanical in there, I'd start getting this smear of brown and liquidy little things around the buds within a period of time, and it would make the soap look icky. So I thought, well, let's just test out doing it with toasted and getting some of the water out, drying it out and toasting it. You can set it on fire real easy. It smells sort of good, but it ain't good for the soap. Crispy little lavender buds are just not appetizing. So we had to do it twice because the employee, she said, I just looked away for a minute. I just looked away for a minute. Oh, there's smoke bellowing. It was crazy. Anyway, so these beauties here are going to go on the curing rack. And I'm going to go home and have some pizza and beer. I love you guys. And I'm going to be back on here before you know it with another fun soap. And I got to do my free class. This conquer virus is trying to conquer the world. It's getting us all screwed up. So pretty soon, maybe next week, we'll do us a free class. I got to figure out what we need to do it on. Y'all folks get on the Inner Sanctum page there that's for the club members only, that are my club members, and post out some comments of what you might like to do. You never know. I might pick yours. All right. Bye, everybody. I love you.